So the PTS for OB22 for Realm Royale is live, and I was able to get in and check it out. Let's talk about this. Gameplay featured here is brought to you by Player One Coffee. Coffee made by gamers for gamers. Use the link in the description to get 5% off any of your purchases. Hey everybody, what is going on? Brandon here, and I was actually able to get into the OB22 PTS for Realm Royale today and check it out. And guys, I gotta say, I'm a little worried about this patch. I'm just a little. Now, they announced yesterday they were going to be dropping the PTS this weekend. They're going to be closing it at the end of the weekend and opening it back up next weekend. Now, next weekend, they're going to be putting in some more changes. This isn't the finalized version of the PTS. There's still a lot going into this next patch. But I was able to get in there and try out what I wanted to try out, the thing I was most concerned about and most excited about at the same exact time, and that was the fact that they said they were going to be bringing back the third ability slot. Now, I was excited about this for a good reason. Those of you that know, back when Realm Royale was in first closed alpha and then even in open alpha for a little while, we used to have 3 ability slots, and the game was a lot more competitive back then. The meta was completely different. It was a lot more technical play. You could come up with some really unique strategies. So the third ability slot was something I was pumped that they said they were going to be bringing back, but I was also worried for a very good reason, actually. And that's because while the third ability slot works really well on the PC, it doesn't really work very well on the console versions of the game or with a controller. Now, I decided I was going to go ahead and, when I played the PTS today, I was only going to play with a controller to see how exactly they've got it mapped, because I tried to map 3 abilities before with a controller, and I got it working, but it was not a very elegant solution. So I was really interested to see how exactly they were going to pull it off, because as some of you know, Realm, it does not really have the best controller mapping. Compared to other games, Realm Royale's controller mapping is a little weird. It doesn't really feel that great in certain ways, like the ping system's weird, the VGS system's weird, like emoting and stuff. If you want to talk to somebody pretty much on the console, you got to stop moving completely. So saying, "I'm on my way," you can't do while you're moving, and you used to be able to, so I don't know why it's so bad now. But I was worried about how they were going to map 3 abilities with the limited function of a controller, and I gotta say, it isn't done very well. Now, the default mapping has moved your crouch to the left stick trigger if you're playing on a controller, and this, I believe, goes both ways if you're using a PS4 controller or an Xbox controller. I'm pretty sure the mapping's almost the same. I haven't tried to play this with a PS4 controller, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I know a couple creators. I'll try to, if I can find their page, I'll try to link them down below. They were going to be testing it with the PS4 controller as well. Maybe I'll see if I can dig up some of their videos and send you guys their way if you are interested in playing this on PS4 and maybe the mapping's a little different. But on the Xbox, at least, they have moved crouch to the left stick. They have moved the movement ability to your B button. And then you have an offensive ability and a support ability. You can only hold 1 offensive ability at a time and 1 support ability at a time, which I do like that. I do think that is kind of a nice way to go. They tried to do that before with the guns, saying you can only have like 1 hit scan and 1 projectile, and it was really confusing. It didn't work very well. With the abilities, I think it does. I don't think that's really an issue. I think it does work really well to keep people from being too overpowered. But you got your support ability mapped to your left bumper and your offensive ability mapped to your right bumper. The problem with this is having your movement ability mapped to B is not very good. It's not a very elegant solution because, as most of you know, you want to be able to move, especially people that like to do the heroic leaps over somebody while they're aiming, or they want to be able to aim while they're using their movement ability. You're not going to be able to do that because you have to actually take your thumb off the trigger, or not off the trigger, but off the joystick in order to hit the B button. So having the movement ability on B doesn't really work very well because you have a hard time aiming. That and having crouch mapped to the left stick kind of sucks, because if you're like me and you're really heavy when you're playing with a controller, you're going to click those sticks multiple times and you're going to crouch, which is going to cause you to move slower, possibly causing you to get killed, making aiming a little bit more difficult. But that's something you can get used to. The crouch map to the left stick's not that bad. I did, however, move the movement ability back to where it was. I moved the movement ability back to right bumper, offensive ability to left bumper, and support I moved back to B. Mostly for the fact because most of the support abilities you don't have to aim while using them. A lot of them are stationary abilities. A lot of them you can be standing still and throw them down. For example, the barrier or health totem, stuff like that. A lot of them are stationary abilities. So there's not really any reason I need it mapped to left bumper. Now, I'm sure I might run into an issue there, but that also falls on Realm Royale not really working very well, having 3 abilities with a controller. Next thing I'm going to try for before the next video, because I'm going to wait to do another OB22 video until after the next PTS, but I am going to try it again before the next video, is I'm going to see if I can find a way to toggle ADS. If I can toggle ADS, I might actually map ADS toggle to left stick and go ahead and move things around, or hopefully it'll be a little bit more elegant. I feel like if I have ADS mapped to left stick, it'll be a little bit more easier for me to get used to, and especially any other like classic Halo players that are used to zooming in using the left stick in order to use ADS. I think that might be actually a better solution. I don't know. I'm going to toy with it over the next, couple days and over next weekend and see if I can get some kind of more elegant solution, because right now trying to play this game with a controller, I'm not going to lie, it's not very elegant. It doesn't feel very comfortable to try to use all these abilities while you're trying to play with a controller. It just doesn't feel natural. But that's going to be a discussion we will continue on the next video for the next OB22, but for now we're going to go ahead and move on to the Battle Pass. Now, I was actually able to look through this Battle Pass a little bit, see what kind of stuff we're going to be getting, and I gotta say, I'm not going to be buying this Battle Pass. Because for whatever reason, they decided they wanted to go the cyber route again, and a lot of these skins just don't look that appealing to me. Now, I'm sure some people are going to like these, same people that probably really liked the last cyber patch that we had, or the cyber battle pass, where we had the cyber cowboys and stuff. Now we have cyber military. And honestly, there's only one skin in the entire battle pass that I actually like. I don't like the mount, I don't like anything else in it. A lot of them look like recolors and reskins and just modified versions of the stuff that we had in the last Cyber Battle Pass. And this, I gotta say, is where Realm Royale keeps dropping the ball. We can tell when there's little effort put into this kind of stuff and nobody wants to spend money on it. Now, I appreciate the effort, I really do, but I would like it to be a little bit more different, especially seeing as how this is a fantasy battle royale. I've noticed they do a lot better, and a lot more people seem to be a lot more receptive to the battle passes and the skins that fit in that world. The Ninja and Pirate one fit pretty well. The last one fit really well. I think the last one was probably their best-selling battle pass that they've ever even released. And then now they're going back to the Cyber one, which honestly, in my opinion, is probably not going to do very well. I just don't see, these skins don't have a lot of appeal in the fantasy community, so I don't see them doing very well in the Realm community. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people will like these skins. I'm sure some people will buy these battle passes, but I'm not going to be one of them, unfortunately. I'm going to save my crowns and save my money, and I'm not going to be buying this battle pass. It just doesn't appeal to me. There's nothing really in there that looks that cool. I will be expanding on the battle pass and showing all the stuff that's in here, hopefully in the next video if they finish it up before the next PTS. But because it's not fully complete now, I really don't see a point in showcasing every single thing in here because it's not all the stuff that's there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the new forging system. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail here because I think they said they were going to be implementing more changes to this system before the next update on the PTS next weekend, and I'm going to be doing another follow-up video then explaining more changes there. But from what I can tell now, you can just basically, it goes hand in hand with the 3 abilities. You can choose a support ability, an offensive ability, and a movement ability. Now, I believe your offensive ability and your movement ability will always be class specific, while your support ability will always be random. It'll be a certain selection of random support abilities. So I don't know how much more changes they're putting into the Forge. I do know they said they were going to be implementing some more changes before the PTS next week, and they were really excited about them. So I'm expecting a lot more changes to the Forge, not just in this patch, but over the next couple patches, because I think they're really wanting to tighten it down. I will say that I have noticed that they took the rune cost from 60 to 70. Not that big of a deal, but it still kind of sucks. You got to spend that extra 10 shards to get a rune now. Kind of a bummer, but not that big of a deal, I guess. And lastly is this bundle right here. I don't know how much it costs. I don't really know what it's called, but it's sitting here on the front screen. And then the biggest thing that stands out to me is that chicken has nipples. So, yeah, I'm kind of digging that skin. It looks like it might be an assassin skin. It's either assassin or hunter. Not really sure. Pretty sure it's assassin unless unless I'm missing some details here. Pretty sure it's an assassin skin. Not a bad looking skin. Not one I'll probably spend money on, especially seeing how Realm has a tendency to take things that are in cash-only bundles, then split them up into the crown store for a few crowns. I've realized they've been doing that a lot lately, so I'm probably going to stop spending money on bundles because it's doing me no good. And it's actually just costing me money when I still have crowns to spend. But anyway, that's all I really got to say over the update now. I will be doing a follow-up video following next week's PTS. Hopefully, I get a little bit more details as to some of the changes going forward. I didn't notice too many more changes going into this. But like I said, not partnered, I don't get patch notes, so I have to guess at every single change by playing the PTS until they do the patch notes show. So, but this to me, I think, is an okay patch. I'm interested to see in how it develops. I'm interested to see in how it makes the game more competitive, but I'm definitely a little bit worried about the console side of Realm Royale. I think this is a great patch for PC players. I think PC players are going to love it. I think I am probably going to be going back to mostly playing with mouse and keyboard after the nightmare that I just had trying to play this with a controller and getting used to it again. So I think I will probably be going back to mouse and keyboard, even though I do like the comfortability of a controller. Mouse and keyboard seems to be the way to go with this patch. It's definitely going to make the game a lot more competitive, a lot harder to play, and I'm worried which direction that's going to take the player base. We're just going to have to wait and see. But guys, that's all the time I got for this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video and you want to see more, please do us a favor and mash that red subscribe button. If you want to know anytime Nathan or I upload videos, please do us a favor and ring that bell icon so we'll be sure YouTube sends you notifications. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time.